Hello and welcome to tonight's class. My name is TEDRA, and just for those who really love titles, I'm also known as a mindset mogul or mindset strategist, whatever it is that you want to call me. But I am truly on a mission to change the world one mindset at a time. So tonight, if you're listening to this particular call, you have decided to be a part of the Confidence mini course that I created well over a year ago. Today is January 2nd of 2017 for those of you listening to the replay. So well over a year ago, I got this idea to create this course, this 6-day course, and I wrote it all out, but for whatever reason, I never did anything with it. But I have decided that 2017 is going to be a year of bold moves. And yeah, I'm here tonight recording all of the calls and information for the mini course. So I'm super excited to have you all listen in. So if you're on this call, then that means that you are looking for ways to build your confidence. Now, I should warn you, because these are unconventional ways. These are not your typical, make sure you get a mani-pedi every week. Make sure you go out and get a new haircut, get some new clothes, buy some new makeup. This is not at all what I will be talking about over the next 6 classes or 6 days. Just not going to happen. That is no way for you, or it's not a way for you to really build your confidence effectively. So we're going to be talking about some very unconventional things. But I want you to stick with me, because I know a lot of you are going to hear some of the things that I say, some of the things that I suggest, and you're going to say, what? What is she talking about? But trust me when I say that these things work, because I have done them myself. I've done them myself over the last couple of years, and that's how I was able to create the Confidence mini course. Now, the reason it's called a mini course is because I will not be going into full detail. I'm going to try to keep each of these lessons short, 20 minutes or less. Hopefully I can do that, because I am a talker. But this is a course that I want you guys to be able to listen to very quickly and implement everything very quickly, versus it being really drawn out over weeks, which is what the actual Confidence full course is going to entail. So this is a mini course, and I'm super excited to have each and every one of you here. Again, my name is TEDRA. I would love to ask you all right now to go ahead and share this information, share the link. You had to click on a link to sign up for the mini course, and I encourage you and ask you to share that link with others that you may feel would benefit. And also, I would love to get your aha moments. You're going to hear me asking for your aha moments over the next 6 calls. So your aha moments, I would love to read on my Instagram. I am on Facebook and Snapchat and YouTube, all under my name, TEDRA, but I'm mostly on Instagram. So if you will go to Instagram, or whatever my last post is, I don't care what it is, doesn't matter, go ahead and give me your aha moment of the evening, if you would. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this party started tonight. Happy New Year. If you're listening, January 2nd, or even in January of 2017, Happy New Year. I know that these replays will live on forever. But Happy New Year to you. I pray for you. I pray for everybody that would come into contact with my voice, or come into contact with me for this year. I have truly prayed for each and every person that is in my life and that will be in my life on the 1st, or maybe it was New Year's Eve. I said this really long prayer. So I just want you all to know that I pray for you, and I believe in each and every one of you. And I pray that this Confidence mini course really starts to change your life in one way or another. All right, so we're going to get started. Now, if you're listening to these calls, you don't really have to listen to them in a particular order. I'm just kind of throwing them out there, throwing the information out there, and you can listen to them however you choose. So you don't have to go day 1, day 2, day 3. You can mix it up if that's what you choose to do. Okay, so are you all ready? Are you all ready? I don't even know if this thing is recording, but I have faith and I believe that it is recording because I'm using a new software that I've never used before. So hopefully we're capturing this information tonight. All right, so day one, which is today, of the Confidence Mini Course, we are talking about meditation. Remember I said that these were all going to be super unconventional. You've never heard meditation and confidence in the same sentence, chances are, right? So meditation, and what it means to meditate is to think deeply or focus one's mind on a period of time in silence or with the aid of chanting for religious or spiritual purposes or as a method of relaxation. That is the definition of meditation. Now, I'm going to give you the definition of prayer because in my experience, there are a lot of people that believe that meditation and prayer are the same thing. And I'm here to tell you tonight they are completely different. But we're going to get into that in a second. But prayer, by definition, if I can read my own handwriting, is solemn request for help or expression of thanks addressed to God. Okay, so prayer is when you go to God and you ask Him, you say, God, I need help. I need a healing in my finances. I need healing in my relationships. I need a healing in my body. Lord God, I really don't like my job, and I'm praying that you open up new doors to new opportunities, new jobs, new businesses, right? That's prayer. Okay, it's when you are asking, but you should also make sure that you are speaking gratitude. You should always start with gratitude in a prayer, in my opinion. God, thank you for where I am today. Thank you for all of the lessons I learned today. Thank you for all of the people that have helped me today, whatever. This gratitude. And then you want to go into praying for other people. Just as I did for you, listening to this call on New Year's Eve, I prayed for everybody who would be impacted by me and my gift, and those of you who will at some point in 2017 hear my voice. I said a prayer for you. So I think it's vitally important that you pray for other people as well. Okay, so that is what prayer is. It's asking. It's asking for help, and it's expressing gratitude. That is prayer. Meditation is silence. It's when you are sitting in silence and you are waiting to hear the answer. So oftentimes I've heard people say, well, I've been praying and asking God for this and that and the third, and I'm just not getting an answer. And then my question is, well, when is the last time you sat in silence? When is the last time you sat in silence? And they're like, well, I don't have time for that. I got kids, I have a job, I have a husband, and by the time at the end of the day, I'm exhausted. All I want to do is go to sleep. But I'm here to tell you that it's vitally important that you include or implement meditation into your daily habit or into your daily rituals. Now, I'm going to give you a little example. Right. November of 2015. I can't believe it's 2017 already. November of 2015, I was driving home from work. And those who know me in real life know that most of the time when I am in the car by myself, I do not have the radio on. I'm not listening to any music. I don't know why that is. I just like to just kind of unplug for a second while I'm in the car. If my kids are not with me, I do not have on the radio. So I'm focused on getting home safely. It's late at night. And prior to that, a couple of weeks prior to that, I had decided that I was going to buckle down and write my book. When I was 16 or 17 years old, this pastor came to me and he said that he saw me writing a book, and that is something that I never ever forgot. But I was like, what would people want to hear me talk about or speak about or write about? But I never forgot that. So a couple of weeks, maybe a week or two prior to this night that I'm driving home, in silence, I get the name of the book. And with the name came the concept. Because even though I had made up in my mind that I was going to write my book, complete my book, I didn't know what the heck it was going to be about, nor did I know what the name of it was going to be. So because my car was completely silent, excuse me, because my car was completely silent, I was able to hear it. And it was my voice. You know, God, people think that God's voice sounds like some angelic, you know, heavenly, I don't know, audible voice, but it sounds like you. It is your voice. So the name of the book came to me, and it will be published here within the next couple of months. So I'm so very, very excited about that. But I got the name, and had I not been silent, I would have never gotten that name. Now, I wasn't meditating, but it was quiet, is my point, right? So meditating is very, very important when it comes to building your confidence. And I know you're trying to wait for me, wait for me to put it all together and how meditation and confidence work together. Now, during the process of meditating, you're really plugging into a part of you that chances are you never really plugged into, and that's your inner being, your inner self, that God that is in you. A lot of us don't really understand. We believe that God is the wind, or we believe that God is this heavenly creature that is out in the universe, out in the atmosphere somewhere, but he is within us, you know. But even though he's within us, we still tend to be very disconnected from God and from that inner power that he has given to each and every one of us. So when you tap into that power, it's like a treasure chest. Like when you tap into that is already within you, you are automatically more powerful and more confident, because you understand how powerful of a creature you are, how powerful of a creator you are. So that in itself should help to build your confidence. Now, let's talk a little bit about meditating in and of itself. Now, in the definition, it speaks about chanting. I don't personally like to chant per se because it feels weird to me. Now, speaking of weird, your first time, if you've never meditated before, it is going to be hecka weird. You're going to be very uncomfortable. I remember my first time meditating, I was scared. And I seriously thought that it was like sorcery. I was like, wait a minute, this can't be God-like. This cannot be holy at all, because I feel super weird. So you're going to be fidgety, you're going to be anxious, you're going to be playing with your hair, playing with your clothes, you're going to be shifting back and forth. It's going to be weird because you're doing something that you've never done before. This is to those of you who have never meditated before in your life, right? It's going to be super weird. Take it from me. I was a meditation virgin a few years ago, and my first time meditating, I didn't even finish it. I was listening to a call that my mentor was doing. She was doing a meditation call, and I hung up because I just became so uncomfortable, because in the Christian faith, and this is not knocking the Christian faith, you know, I am Christian, but, you know, in growing up in the church, I remember people talking about meditating, and meditating to them was reading the Bible. It wasn't sitting in silence. It wasn't chanting. It wasn't, you know, sitting, you know, with your legs crossed on the floor. It was literally reading the Bible. So I was raised to believe, not necessarily by my parents, but just by the environment of being in the church, that meditating the way Buddhists, you know, meditate was wrong. So in my mind, it was wrong. And so it took me a second to get used to it. So let me make sure. Okay, I really pray and hope that I am seriously recording. All right, so meditating, what you're going to have to do is find a space in your home. If you have the ability to create a sacred space out of an entire room, that's amazing. You can sit in your closet. If not, if you have a very small place, just sit on the floor. Just make sure you're comfortable. Get some pillows around you. Cross your legs, or you can sit with your legs straight out in front of you, however. And you just sit there, literally. Your first time meditating, you just focus on the basics. Don't try anything fancy because it's going to throw you off. So just sit there, and a lot of people talk about clearing your thoughts, get all the thoughts out of your head. That's impossible to do. I don't believe that, thoughts are always coming. It's the thinking that you can control. You can't really control your thoughts. And we get thousands upon thousands of thoughts every day. We can't control that. But we can control what we decide to think on. So what you want to do is clear your mind as much as you possibly can. So now, remember we just prayed, right? We said a prayer and we were asking God for X, Y, Z, right? So focus on one of those things. And let's say that you are stressed out, you're worried, you're anxious, and you just can't think straight. So you want to pray or meditate on clarity. Clarity, okay? So that would be your word for this particular meditation session, is clarity, because that's what you need the most. There's nothing worse than being super unfocused. So you want clarity. So you're sitting down, you're very comfortable, right? And your thoughts are going a trillion miles a minute. So what's naturally going to happen is you're going to start to focus on those thoughts. So then what I want you to say at the beginning of your meditation, in addition to breathing deeply, cleaning out your lungs, getting that stale air out of your lungs, I want you to repeat silently the word clarity, or whatever your focus word is, right? Because this is really going to help you to focus during your meditation. Now, as you get really good at meditating, you get used to meditating, this is not something that you will have to do, most likely. But because we are beginners, we want to focus on what it is that we are looking for, right? So clarity, you would just repeat clarity over and over and over again until you get into that relaxed state where your thoughts are not so loud, if that makes sense. So say your prayer was about more money. Okay, so I'm here to tell you that you never want to ask for more money, because I could walk up to you right now and give you a penny or give you $1. Boom, you got more money. So if you want to earn a certain amount of money during the month of January 2017, you need to come up with that figure. What is that amount? So $15,000 for the month of January. Beautiful. Okay, so then that is going to be our focus, is $15,000. $15,000. So what are we listening for during this meditation? We are listening for ideas and ways that we can earn $15,000 in the month of January. Okay, so $15,000 month, $15,000 month, $15,000 month, $15,000 month. That will be your focus. And then after saying that so many times, you want to get silent. Remember, you want to get silent and you want to listen for those ideas. Now, that idea may not come to you during your first or even second meditation. That idea may come to you in the form of a billboard or in form of a commercial that you're listening to on the radio or watching on television, which I don't recommend you do right now. Or it could even come, you could be out at a restaurant by yourself, and we're going to talk about alone time later on this week. But you could be at a restaurant by yourself, having this amazing, elegant dinner, nice glass of wine. I really don't like wine, but I know that people do, right? For me, it would be lemon water or some warm tea. And you are sitting there, and there's a couple at the table next to you. And you hear them having a conversation that seems to be the answers to everything that you've been praying for. That is what meditation does for you. Because even though in that moment you're not meditating, because you are picking up the habits of meditating, that's how easy it is for those answers to flow to you, because you are clearing your mind in a way that most people don't. You're getting rid of all of the distractions, and we're going to be talking about distractions this week as well. Okay, so here is the homework. Here is the challenge for you. I challenge each and every one of you listening to this call, partaking in the Confidence Mini Course, to meditate for at least 30 minutes for the next 30 days. 30 minutes for the next 30 days. Now, what I would also like you to do is not watch TV. It's not that hard. Just set up your DVR to record all your shows, and then next month, 31 days from today, go ahead and binge watch all the TV you want. Right? Talk on the phone a little less. For those of you who are saying, well, I don't have 30 minutes, you absolutely have 30 minutes. That could mean you getting up 30 minutes earlier. That could mean you not scrolling as much on social media. You turn the TV off. You don't talk on the phone as much as you normally would. And, really do this for you. We as women especially tend not to do a whole lot for ourselves. We put ourselves last. But for the next 30 days, I would love for you all to put you first. Okay? Trust me on this. Meditating is going to absolutely change your life, especially if you're an anxious person or a person who's always stressed out, or you're angry all the time. You're easily set off. Meditating is really going to help to zen you out and to calm you down. So for the next 30 days, 30 minutes a day, you are praying, you're asking God for what it is that you need, you're showing gratitude, you're praying for other people, and then after that, you're going to meditate and listen for the answers. And I guarantee you that this is going to help you tap into that source that is within you, that God that is within you, that power that is within you. And once you start to get those answers that you're looking for, and you see how easy it is, it's automatically going to boost your confidence. Just trust me on this. It has absolutely changed my life. Okay, so meditating is key. 30 days, 30 minutes for the next 30 days. Go to my Instagram page and let me know what your aha moments were over this upcoming week, or even with this class alone. I would love to hear that. TEDRA Daggery on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube. But please just go to my Instagram, because that's really where I am on a daily basis. So I really hope and pray, and I'm believing that, and I am excited to chit chat with you all on tomorrow. You all have a wonderful night.